everyone! Hi, welcome to another video of mine. It has been a good few months since I have posted anything on YouTube. I just took a bit of a break over the winter, a little bit of a step back from making videos. I was still somewhat active on my Instagram, so if you're ever curious to see what I'm getting up to when I'm not making YouTube videos, you can always check out my Instagram for that. And yeah, I am back now with a brand new video that I have really been looking forward to making because it is all about bread. So for those of you who don't know this, bread is really important in Germany. It's a huge part of the culture here. And today I'm just going to be getting into all of the details surrounding why that is and what you need to know about German bread. I'm going to be talking about my favorite kinds of bread, what it's like to go to a bakery here, giving you some statistics and some facts about German bread, and I'm going to be addressing the whole bread versus toast debate. So if any of that interests you, keep watching. So let's start off with some facts. A very important fact to note is that in Germany, there are over 40,000 bakeries. Yes, 40,000 bakeries in Germany. Now this number feels really crazy to me, but if you need some perspective, a good thing to compare it to is that in Germany, there are 14,000 gas stations. So 40,000 bakeries versus 14,000 gas stations. That should give you a pretty good idea of how many bakeries there really are here. So for a little bit more perspective on this, I live in a town with about 8,000 people. So for me, that's a really small town. And here we don't have like any fast food. We have no gas station. We have one sort of very small grocery store with just not a great selection of items. So just not a lot of stuff going on here. But what we do have is 2 bakeries, 2 of them. So that should give you an idea of how important bakeries and bread really are to Germans. Like, bakeries are more important than gas stations or supermarkets. That's how important bread is here. Also very important to note is that on Sundays in Germany, basically everything is closed. Everything except for gas stations and bakeries. Sunday morning, you can always still go to the bakery, and the gas station you can go to all day. Like, those are the 2 things that are open on Sundays. No grocery stores, but bakeries are open. Also, another crazy fact is that there are over 300 different kinds of bread here. 300! Like, that's just an insane number of different types of bread. Now, the numbers are definitely impressive, but if you want to really understand the importance of bread in German culture, you have to look at a few other different topics. One of the ways I first realized how important bread really is to Germans is when I found out that there are specific times of day designated for eating bread. So first up we have Abendbrot. Now Abendbrot literally means evening bread in English. Basically what Abendbrot means is that in the evening time, you will have some sort of, in English we would basically call this a snack time. Now, this literally means you're gonna have bread, likely with some sort of spread or cheese and meat or butter, as a small snack in the evening. Abendbrot, evening bread. Now, the other designated time of day for eating bread is called Brotzeit. Now, Brotzeit in English means bread time. And this is basically just during the day when you need a snack, and you have bread with something, likely spreads or butter or cheese and meat, open-faced sandwiches, stuff like this, but bread. Very important that Brotzeit is a time of day when you eat bread. I think that in America and in English, we would sort of translate these things as snack times. Like kids would have, cheese and crackers or an apple or something like this. Well, in Germany, we have bread time and evening bread. So let me know in the comments below if you follow these times of day, if you enjoy Abendbrot or Brotzeit. I'm curious. All right, so if you are still not convinced about how much Germans really love bread, then get this. There is a TV show, one of the most beloved TV shows in German, and it is about a depressed piece of bread. Yes, this TV show is called Burn das Brot, in English, Burn the Bread. Now this is something that I still just don't really understand fully. This is a children's TV show that people love and adore, and yes, it is literally about a depressed piece of bread. I cannot be Any more clear than that? This is not a TV show that I watch, so I can't really give great perspective on it, but I just find this fact to be so ridiculously funny. So let me know if you watch this TV show, if you like Burn the Bread, please comment below and let me know why, or if your kids watch him, or if you grew up watching him, whatever. Please comment and let me know why you love him, because yeah, he's really popular here and it's something that I just don't quite understand. Alright, so I think one of the most important topics that we have to discuss right now is the bread versus toast debate. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to tell you, don't worry. Basically, in Germany, the way that people usually buy bread is by going to a bakery and getting fresh bread. Now, there is another type of bread in Germany, which is sort of the same type that we have in America. Now, in America, you can certainly go to a bakery and get fresh bread, but usually what people do is they get their bread at the supermarket, and it comes in a plastic bag and it's pre-sliced. So here in Germany, that type of bread is not called bread, it's called toast. Even though it's not toasted, yes, just bear with me. Basically, Germans call the type of bread that you buy at a supermarket that comes in a plastic bag, pre-sliced, they don't call that bread, they call it toast. And they won't eat this type of bread unless it's toasted. This is always really crazy to me because I grew up eating bread from the supermarket. You know, you have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You don't toast the bread, you just eat it because it's bread. But here, like my husband will not eat toast unless it's toasted. Toasted, you know what I mean? And I find this really quite funny. So I've basically gotten into multiple different discussions with people over the fact that they call bread that comes in a plastic bag toast even though it isn't toasted. So comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on this, because I don't really understand why this is such a big thing here, but apparently bread that comes in a plastic bag from the supermarket is not bread, it's toast. So I guess my real question is actually, do you eat toast, the bread from a plastic bag, when it's not toasted, or do you only buy it for the purposes of having toasted bread? I hope that made sense. Let me know in the comments below. And I would add here that it makes sense why people don't buy bread from the supermarket, because bread from a bakery is fresh and really cheap and easily accessible. So it makes perfect sense to me why they prefer bread from the bakery, but I still find it quite funny that this bread from the supermarket is not bread. Alright, rant over, moving along. So going to a German bakery is really quite an experience. I know when I first ever went to a German bakery, I felt super overwhelmed. It is quite intense when you go to a bakery here and you've never been in one before, because like I said, there are 300 different types of bread. Not in every bakery, but still, there's quite a lot, and it really is really overwhelming. I remember one of the first times I went to a bakery here by myself, and the woman behind the counter asked me what I would like, and I just basically told her that I wanted a brown bread. And her response was basically like, which brown bread? Because we have, 20 of them. And I just felt so overwhelmed that I just said, okay, never mind, I'll take 2 pretzels, and then I just left. So if you've ever had this problem, I am about to tell you what kind of bread that you should ask for so that you never have to worry about not knowing which kind of bread to get at a German bakery. So the very first thing that I would say you have to try when you go to a German bakery is the classic German pretzel, the Brezel. Now this doesn't have any nutritional value, it's not particularly healthy, but it's quite tasty and it's a really quick and easy and cheap sort of snack that you can have on the go. Also, it's just a German classic that you have to try when you're here. So the next bread that I would say you really have to try when you come to Germany is Brötchen. Now, Brötchen are basically these small little buns. I mean, it's hard because in English buns are like for burgers, so they're not buns, but rolls. There we go, rolls. They're like rolls basically, and they come in a bunch of different flavors. You can get different types of seeds and everything with them, white bread, brown bread, everything. And yeah, they're just really handy, and I think a lot of people eat Brötchen when they have their Brotzeit or their Abendbrot. So my personal favorite bread that you can get in a bunch of different types of flavors, you can get it in brown breads, in white breads, all different kinds, is Steinofenbrot. And Steinofen translates in English into stone oven, so stone oven bread. These are really yummy because they have a really good crunchy crust, which I just love. And my favorite right now is the Altschwäbische Steinofenbrot, which is a mouthful to say. but it's really, really yummy. Other than those, I would definitely recommend trying anything with seeds in it. So any bread that has pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds are usually really, really yummy and very healthy. The other best thing to do that I've found really helpful is just to ask the baker behind the counter what they think the best bread there is or what their favorite is, and just try whatever they offer you. You really can't go wrong because all of them are tasty, but it just sort of depends on your personal preference. So if you're looking for something really tasty and not super healthy, try a bretzel or try altschwäbische Steinofenbrot. But if you're looking for something healthier, maybe with a little bit of nutritional value, try a brown bread or maybe a Sauerteig, a sourdough bread, or something with seeds in it. Alright everyone, I think that is all I have for this video today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please comment below and let me know what your favorite kinds of bread are, because I will definitely go and try them if they have them at our local bakery here. So please comment and let me know. That is it for this video, and I will see all of you in the next one. Bye!